Hi everyone, welcome to HaulerTime. My name is Amy and I'm back with another Temu haul, so stay tuned. Alright, so I have a little bit more time today. I'm in the same outfit because it's the same day for me. I did take my sweater off and put these cool bangles on, but today is still Eclipse Day in my world, but just about everybody is away from home at the moment, and I've got a couple kids here, but I'm going to take the advantage of being able to film since I know the end of my week is going to be kind of hectic. So this, I think, will air on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. And we'll see. It's very short. I've only got 8 items. And so yeah, but I did go out and enjoyed the eclipse. I don't know what percentage of totality we were in. I've heard it was between 99 and 97% totality, but I had been upstairs kind of rummaging around waiting for the time to come, and then I looked outside and noticed my dad was outside. So I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but my parents live 2 doors down from us, and he had been talking about that he was going to make a box that he could, it's like you make a, so I'm not going to explain this very well, but he took a shoebox and he made a big hole that you can look through, and then he made a tiny hole that the sun would shine through or not shine through or whatever. And so you look through the big hole, but you can see the eclipse on the little hole inside the box. So that's how I looked at the eclipse. And we got to meet our new neighbor. We have new neighbors that just moved in across the street, and Miss Teresa came out and stood with us, and I don't know if she's had ever experienced an eclipse before. I know we have, because we were in 2017, I think was the last time that we were this close to a total eclipse here. But so she was wanting to look at the sky, so we were trying to tell her don't look at the sky, and they've been saying all over the news don't take a picture of it because that could damage the lens in your camera on your phone or your camera. And actually I think my husband did take a picture one time of during an eclipse, and the camera, that was with a camera, not a phone, and it didn't work right after that. So I guess that's probably true. I don't know. But anyway, so we enjoyed that, enjoyed meeting a new neighbor, and now it's the evening and I've got some time, and I don't know how many I'll still film. I think I've got 3 more orders upstairs, but I don't know. I don't know what I'll get to. I don't want to make any promises because I make promises and I am terrible. So I still have not sent out the giveaway. I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't know. And you're probably thinking, stop making the video and go send it out now. And I will get it sent out, but I'm not gonna promise when. And I haven't even done the drawing yet for the one on my other channel, so I haven't forgotten. Believe me, I haven't. It's like the guilt is kind of like, ugh. All right, so anyway, let's get started. Like I said, this is probably will be a short, aside from me just talking incessantly about nonsense. This will be a pretty short haul. And actually, I've got a product update, and I've been trying to decide if I wanted to share it on here, and I think I do. So if for some reason my dad is watching this with my mom, you might not want to watch the rest of this or skip over this or whatever. But I want to do an update on my chunker Percy. So I did a review on this channel of Percy, and Percy is, well, I'm sure you've seen, if you didn't see mine, you've probably seen lots of people have been doing reviews of chunker, right? and most of us had Percy. Now, some of us had, I got the black and white one, and some people got the brown and white one, but that's irrelevant, right? But this is a realistic looking stuffed animal, and it, at least this model that I got, was electronic. So you can push parts on its paw and it will meow and have a heartbeat and all this stuff. And it's marketed for people who maybe want a pet but don't want to take care of a pet. You know, you don't want the litter box, you don't want to feed it. And it's also marketed for people with memory issues, senior citizens, nursing home people, etc. Well, I got it because I wanted to give it to my mom. My mom has Alzheimer's, and I thought this would be a good present for her. But I asked my dad first. I said, you know, I sent him the Amazon link, and I said, do you think this would be something that she would like? And he said yes. So okay, so we gave it to her. We had been trying to get together to celebrate February birthdays, or February and March birthdays. My daughter and my mom have birthdays in February, and then I have another daughter that had a birthday, well, on St. Patrick's Day. So we try to get together. I realize we live 2 doors down, but it's sometimes difficult to get together, all things considered. And so usually we try to get together once to celebrate those 3 birthdays together. Well, this year we had kids sick, and my St. Patrick's Day baby works, and so she was working, and so we didn't actually get together until Easter. So that's when we gave her Chonker, Percy, or whatever. And so she really liked it, and it's hard for her to distinguish between whether it's a real cat or not. And that's part of the disease. Sometimes she knows it's a doll. She knows it has plastic feet and whatnot, but she doesn't understand why it doesn't eat or drink, and she doesn't understand why it doesn't need to use the bathroom. And like with Alzheimer's, you know, there's an ebb and flow there. So sometimes, yes, it's a doll, understand it's a doll, but other times it's not. So I'm trying to think, is that a good review for Chonker? Because she does think it's real sometimes. And like sometimes they have to put it in the spare bedroom to sleep so it can't mess things up while they're sleeping at night. If they let it sleep with them in their bedroom, they've got to make sure not to wake it up, and you know, that kind of thing. And they've put food out for it, and it's just it's interesting. So there's an update for Chonker. So if you're someone who is thinking about purchasing one because you have a loved one in a similar situation, I wonder a little bit now if it's going to turn out to be more of a hassle than a help, because there's some frustration when she's saying, well, we need to go get a litter box and we need to do all this stuff, and it's hard to tell her that no, this is just a doll. So that's my product update. But it score 1 for Chonker and the realistic factor, because I can't explain it, but yeah, so I was amazed at that part, because you know, you look at Percy and he doesn't move or anything, so, but I don't know, maybe Chonker has done some studying out there to figure this out. But yeah, it was interesting. So So anyway, here's my little update. I try not to, you know, with my mom still living, you know, I try not to really talk about her situation because she's living through it right now. We're living through it right now. And that's a hard thing to talk about. And I want to be respectful to her, you know, as with any kind of a disease. There's funny moments and then there's sad moments. And sometimes I'll be, on the days where I commute, I'll be driving home from work and listening to Christian music. And sometimes I just get choked up because that's kind of when I think about it. And, you know, thinking about the fact that someday she will be made whole and healthy again. And I look forward to that day, but it's hard up until then. So if any of you are out there dealing with similar situation, I feel you. All right, so let's get to I've spent 10 minutes. Oh my goodness. It's like, okay, so this order I said had 8 items. It was $50.51. I had $18.45 in credits, and so after taxes were added, I paid $34.73 for this. For 8 items, that seems kind of high, but some of these items were a little bit more expensive than normal. But we've got crafts, we've got beauty items, we've got fashion, we've got home decor, and kitchen. So a good variety in 8 items. So let's get started. So, yes, the other one is still on my desk. I got another one of those tumblers, and this one I got for my husband. Now, I already showed this to him, and that's when we discovered that this one was missing the straw. So I'm going to have to do a return on this because of the straw. Hopefully they won't make us return it because we have other plastic straws that we can use instead. But this one is the turtle. Sorry, someone's getting home. Let me turn the sound off. So this one is the turtle, and it's got really pretty purple, which is why I got it for Jason. And again, the first time I ordered one of these, I was expecting to see a seam, but there is no seam. So they've done that really well. It is stainless steel. Is that a sticker? Yeah, that's a sticker. It is stainless steel. It is double walled, but I will tell you, I used mine last week. I filled it up with ice and water and took it to work, and mine did condensate for a little while on the outside. It didn't do it the whole time that the ice was in there, but right kind of at the beginning. So even though it's double walled, it may still sweat, which is kind of weird, right? It shouldn't really do that. But it's got a plastic lid, and this one is not broken like my other one, and the rubber gasket on it, and then it slides open. Oh, you push this whole thing to close it. And there's the inside. It's pretty thin, which is probably partly why it sweat a little bit. And it should come with a straw. And I think a plastic straw. I don't think it comes with a glass straw. But aside from the little bit of sweating, and it wasn't enough that it was like rolling down. It was weird. But I still really liked it, and I joked about this when I hauled the other one. This is a much better size for me than the Stanley Cup dupes that we've been buying, even though I've got that too. But this is 20 ounces, so this is only half of a Stanley Cup. And this is more my size because I don't know, I guess I don't get thirsty very often. So drinking a lot of water is hard for me. And I like water, so it's not that. It's just, I don't know. I don't get inspired to drink water very much. So 40 ounces of it, it's like, oh. Now, obviously, that probably means my body is in a constant state of dehydration. But, and you know, maybe that's why my hair's falling out. I don't know, but I've always been that way, so that's not a new thing. But anyway, this mug, the stainless steel double wall insulated tumbler, I paid $9.89. I got one price adjustment. The current price for it is $10, and I didn't find anybody outside of the Temu Shein world that sells this. So, all right, next we have a 9-piece set of jute ribbons. Jute, I like saying it, jute. And I think it was kind of like burlap. I asked ChatGPT on the last video I had jute on to see what it was and read that and bored all of you guys. So I won't do that again. But there's 9 different ribbons in here. You get a total of 18 meters. So I think there's probably 3 meters per ribbon. And they're all different. So we've got this one that's got a nice stitched center. Oh, well, this one does too, but this one's kind of a gold sequin center. This one's a little bit more rickracky. This one is, you know, a thinner, it's kind of a braid. Oh, this one really is a braid with 2 different colors. And then another rickracky kind of, this one's probably not really rickrack, but it's kind of like that. But it's in the light color, which is nice. Okay, this one I think actually is rickrack. I don't know. I don't know what rickrack is, except that it's kind of this, you know, wavy thing. So I don't know if any of these others qualify or if they're more just lacy or braids or whatever. But this one's nice because it's got a nice outline. So you get a good amount of these. I paid, oh, just dropped one on the floor. I paid $5.19 for this set. I got one adjustment and it's now $5.09. Amazon has a similar set, only theirs is 8 pieces, and they market theirs as a DIY gift wrap kind of set, but their 8-piece set is $15.99. So, and this is $5.09. So, really good deal on that. All right. Next. Okay. I've gotten these on here before. Dollar Tree sells these okay, so this is probably a better deal at Dollar Tree, although this is bigger than the Dollar Tree one. So my one daughter, who has long, beautiful, thick hair, keeps stealing I've complained about this on here before. She keeps stealing my brushes. So this time I thought, okay, I'm gonna keep the one I've been using, but if it goes missing, I'm gonna have this as a backup. I'm not gonna tell anybody where I'm putting this. And it's bright red. I picked out the bright red one on purpose so that there's no denying that it's mine. So, but it's a detangler. You use it on wet hair. You can use it on dry hair too, and maybe this is not good hair maintenance, but I brush my hair when it's wet after I've gotten out of the shower. I don't dry it first. I would have a tangled mess at that, partly because I think my hair, even when it's there's a lot of it, it's still very fine hair. So anyway, this vented, right? So you've got the holes, vented. It's got a really big handle though, so I'm not sure how I like that. It's not very ergonomic holding that, but anyway, this was $1.79. So you can get one that's a little bit smaller than this at the Dollar Tree, but the one at the Dollar Tree is more flexible. Like this is pretty hard to move. So you'd have the more flexible one for $1.25. You have this one for $1.79. And Temu has this in 5 different colors, ranging from $1.97 to $2.47. Yeah, so this is currently $1.97. But I think there's a white one that's enhanced, which I think just means it's got a better handle maybe. That's $2.47. And Amazon sells this for $4.99. So once again, I'm trying to find, I'm trying to prove that Temu is cheaper for the same kind of quality of stuff. Obviously, when you're talking about clothing and stuff, you're going to be getting usually some kind of polyester blend at Temu, whereas Amazon you might get cotton or jersey knit or something. But Temu is still, well, obviously I keep buying from Temu, so I still like it. All right, next we have another one of those boho dresses. So I've been telling you guys I've been buying, well, I've shown a lot of these on here, and I just like them because they're so easy to put on with leggings, and that's it. And then I'll find a pair of socks maybe that's this blue color to wear with it and my Mary Jane type shoes, and then I'm like all set to go. So this one, and most of these dresses are like paisley kind of designs. I mean, not all, but your adult coloring page. But this is super, super soft. And so is this, I don't know what this kind of a sleeve is called, but it reminds me of like a princess cut, because that's what you've got here. And then in the back too. So this comes down to about my knees. And yeah, so I really like these. And they're thin enough that in the summer they wouldn't be too hot, even though it is a longer sleeve. It's not a clingy long sleeve, but it's thin enough that you can wear it with a sweater on cooler days. So yeah, so I really like this one. I've gotten a couple that haven't been that, they've been mismarketed with pictures that show the seam in the sleeve that they didn't have, and this one is the good one. So that one is a polyester blend, and I got it in a 1XL, which is a size 14. They carry it in 1XL to 5XL, and I paid $13.49, and I got 2 price adjustments. It's now $12.09, and 94% of the people that reviewed it said it was a good size fit. So, and I didn't find anybody else that had it to compare prices with. So, but the $12 range is kind of what I pay for those, which seems like a good deal. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I like it. All right, next. Okay, so I got 2 different kinds of buttons. This is one of them. Let me take out a few. These are the Boho flower buttons, and they are wooden. So I got this for crafting. They're pretty thin, and they're painted on one side, but then there's also a varnish or something on them because they're shiny. ish. And it's just a random, you know, probably, they probably got a machine that just spits out, how many are in here? 100. There's 100 in this package. So yeah, so I am going to be, because I'm kind of extra, I'm going to be going through here and matching up the ones that match, and any that I have like a lot of, I'm going to be pulling some out to put in the giveaway box for my other channel. So 200 of these, no, 100 of these. I paid $309. There's still $309. Walmart has the exact same thing, same quantity and everything, and the same 5 petal flowers. Amazon has some of these, but theirs are more intricate, so I didn't want to compare that. But Walmart's price is $7.70 for this, compared to $309 at Temu. And then now, I think I ordered this on accident because I think I've shown something like this on here before, but in case I'm just remembering opening it when it came in the mail, this is fabric patches. But you see that I have talked about this before, right? Because I was trying to say if it was a rhombus, because they're not straight. What the heck, Temu? They are not, they're not straight. But it doesn't matter for what I'm using it for. Now, I really like this one, but they're all different, and it's a random mix that you get with these. See, I like ones like that, kind of retro. Even though I'm vintagey, I like retro too. But these are, what did it call it? Twill fabric. Now, I don't know what that is. So you can skip this while I ask ChatGPT what twill fabric is. Twill fabric is a type of textile characterized by its distinctive diagonal pattern created by the way the threads are woven. I see. And it can be made out of various fibers, including cotton, wool, polyester, and blends. So this one, when I looked to see if it was cotton, it just said twill fabric, so I don't know. So if you get other fabrics on Temu that say they're 100% cotton or whatever, I don't know how well these would attach to them. Like I've said this before, I don't know if you can attach. I mean, I've done quilting before, but I always had the same blend of fabric in my single quilt. So anyway, and see, I think I said this before too. You know, I don't know if you could make a blanket or something out of all, you know, a patchwork kind of quilt. But I'm going to be using these more as pockets and tuck spots. Hang on just a second. Okay, so a kid came downstairs and I'm making them clean now. All right, so anyway, there's these. How many were there in this? Okay, 50 pieces. These are 3.9 by 3.9 inches, which was 10 centimeters? For those of you that prefer centimeters. Yeah, 10 centimeters squared, except not quite square, that is. And I paid $3.39, still $3.39. I've noticed that a lot of their fabrics don't go on sale, so maybe that means they're already a super good deal. I don't know. All right. Okay, well then here's the other buttons I got. There's 30 of these Bohemian style buttons. And again, they're wood. Again, it's random assortment, but I really like these. They're very light. I'm trying to think. I don't know if, like, those of us that have Cricut makers that cut wood, I don't know if it would cut, you know, like you could make your own. But I really like these because these are more like tiles that you could, you know, glue together and make, you know, a unique tile something. But they are buttons. And I paid $1.59. They're still $1.59. These are 20 millimeter size, okay, for $1.59. Amazon has a 50-piece set of these, so this is 30. Amazon has 50, but they're 25 millimeters, so just a smidge bigger. But they're charging $19.87 for that. $1.59. So Temu is an excellent place for crafts. I don't care what craft you do, it's excellent for all of them. All right, I think this is the last item, and this one I'm really excited about. So I saw this on, what was it, the mystery swap that Gigi's Craft Attic and Hey Everybody did. I think that Gigi got this for for Erin. So, but I saw it and I was like, oh, that is beautiful. So I ordered one. And hopefully, I've got a USB tower here, so hopefully I can plug it in. But I got this to take to my office. I'm fortunate enough that at least at the moment, I'm the only one in my actual office, so my office space. So I haven't taken a whole lot of things to the office yet, but there wouldn't really be anybody there to complain, I guess, if I did. So it's all wrapped in electrical tape around here, which is kind of interesting. So that's how they're keeping all of these wires connected, and you get to some extent arrange these, but they're plastic, but they kind of sound like glass a little bit. So I want to separate them out a little bit so that when I turn them on, but you can see they've got the electrical tape wrapped up so far, but not all the way to the flower. And it's, you know, kind of, I think they call it a bonsai tree, which is weird. I didn't know that you could have bonsai that wasn't like an evergreen bush or something. Okay, well, I'm not doing a very good job at making this look pretty. But, so it comes with a base, and you see it's got two like springs in there that are gonna clip. This is gonna clip in and then they're gonna touch. And let me just go ahead and actually let me make sure there's not. Okay, there doesn't appear to be any kind of polarity, but there is a little notch right here, and there's a notch on the top of this. So I'm just pushing it down with my thumbs, although not very evenly. And heaven help us, I don't think there's maybe any way to get that back out. But I guess when it goes bad, you just buy a new one, right? So this cost, where is it at? Right there. Okay, it cost $11.98. There are 36 of these LED flowers on here. I did get one adjustment, but it's still currently $11.98. Amazon has the exact same thing for $18.98. So obviously with Amazon you get it quicker. So if you wait till the last minute for your gift giving, for example, then you're going to have to pay more and go the Amazon way. Which, well, I don't really give a lot of gifts. So I guess I don't have that problem. But so if time is of the essence, you're going to, even though you're getting free shipping with Amazon, you're paying an extra $7 for this. Okay, and then there's a little power button on here. Aw. Okay, let me turn off this light. But isn't that pretty? So you can't see it as well because the light coming to you is like super bright, but it's not that bright in real life. So you can see a little bit, you can see the color of the petals a little bit better. That's maybe a little bit better. Like, what's it? I guess it's just reflecting off of the screen, but yeah, that's pretty. This would make a really nice night light too. If you put it in a bedroom and, oh yeah, so you can do batteries if you want. But yeah, that's pretty. So I could definitely see one of my kids liking this as a nightlight. Really soft, but yeah, so I like that. So, but yeah, can you believe Amazon $7 more? See, that's when you start to think, okay, not only do I have to pay, if you are a Prime member, like I'm a Prime member, so that's what, $150 a year now. So if I took my quantity of Amazon orders during a year, what does that mean I'm really paying for shipping? I mean, I know there's other advantages to having Prime. Like I think we got a free Grubhub subscription because of that. And obviously Amazon Prime to watch TV. But I don't know. So that's what I've got for you for this one. So if you enjoyed this or stuck it out and thought, oh man, this girl, she's a hot mess. I don't know. I don't think I was that much of a hot mess in this episode. Although my hair, well, let's not talk about my hair because, but anyway, if you enjoyed what you saw here, or even if you didn't, give me a thumb, pick a thumb, show Temu that you're a real person, and please consider subscribing. And if you're already subscribed, do me a favor and take a second and just double check to make sure you're still subscribed. And comments, I love your happy comments. So wherever you are, whenever you are, I hope you're having a great day. And until we meet again, take care of yourself. Bye.